So in my day-to-day, I talk to a lot of leaders and managers who are frustrated because they feel like their people just aren't getting it. They're just not getting the message they want to communicate. But what's really going on here is that their people are feeling guarded and defensive because trust is missing, or the feeling of emotional safety or feeling safe in that moment is missing. So the people aren't speaking up or challenging what their managers are saying, even though they've got ideas about how things could be done differently. So it feels to the manager that they need to keep repeating themselves and telling their people what to do and firing off instructions, when actually what they really need to do is build the basis and the foundation of trust. Because when that's present, people will try new things. They will challenge you. They'll come up with their own ideas and they'll go and collaborate with those people that they're concerned about or feeling fearful of, because they know you've got their back. So if you'd like to develop in this area, then this is the video that I'll share those tools with you. So now I'd like to share with you the 3 mistakes that I see leaders and managers make all the time. And often they don't even know that they're making these mistakes that impact trust and emotional safety, which means their people are holding back, not actually coming up with new ideas and just continuing to do the same thing over and over, which means they're not creating or innovating, are they? So the first one, leaders and managers are relating to their people only as their personality. When we work with people for a little while, we start to get into this dynamic. We know who each other are, we know our limits, and kind of know how we're going to show up. Whenever someone's coming towards you, you think, oh yes, here they come, I know how it's going to go. Or you see their number on your phone and you get ready because you know what it's going to be like, what that conversation is going to be like. What happens is leaders and managers start to limit their people to their personality. They're listening for what they know they're going to be like already without actually giving them a chance to be any different. So that's actually a mistake that leaders are making that they probably don't even know that they're making. What leaders need to do to elevate their people is start to listen them beyond their personality. Start to give them a scope beyond what you already know. So when your person's coming towards you or your team member, check yourself. What am I already deciding about this person? So that's the first mistake. The second mistake is they don't separate their people from the behaviour. So they just continue to react to the behaviour that's coming at them. So there's 2 people just reacting at each other. I call it like the pinball in the pinball machine. We're just bouncing off each other all day, every day. And that limits the trust and emotional safety you're building in your team and how people trust you. So if you can actually start to remove the person from the behaviour, some people call it, playing the ball, not the player. And so if you can remove that and make that distinction and work with your people on their behaviour, that takes it out of being personal and starts to empower your people to start to think differently. So you want to be thinking about what's actually driving the behaviour rather than just reacting to the behaviour. And the third mistake is that you're relying just on your judgment. So leaders and managers, often when I work with them, they'll talk to me about what's happening in their team, and they'll talk about potentially a problem person. And they'll feel very right and justified in their opinions about their person or their people. And that can really get in their way because they've already made decisions about what's possible and they're stuck in their righteousness about what's going on here. So if we can remove that attachment to our judgment and our righteousness and start to get really curious about, well, what else could be going on here, that's going to make a big difference to how your people elevate themselves and their performance and feel safe around you to try something new. So these are the 3 mistakes that I see all the time. I'd really encourage you to think about what's a mistake that you might be making that until now you haven't even known you've been making. In the next video, I'll share with you the 3 key skills that you can start to develop to build trust and emotional safety in your team. But for now, I'd really love you to reflect on these 3 mistakes and see how you might be able to correct. It's a complex area, this area of building trust in our teams, isn't it? This area of emotional safety. With so much else on your plate, it can be difficult to spend time here. So if you'd like a conversation on how you might develop these skills, I'd love to help you. It's the work that we do all day, every day. So I'm here to support you. Please reach out. I'll talk to you soon.